Good afternoon, America. Welcome back to Fix Our Nation. We know it's been a little while since our last recording. Glad to see you back. I'm Peter Smith, and this is my sidekick,
Ted Wesson.
Ted Wesson. Smith and Wesson. All right. I like that. That works. That has a ring to it.
Yes, it does.
All right. This week's topic
Kind of has a bang.
has a bang to it. This week's topics: recap of American football, where we're standing this week. What's your favorite team there?
Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Are you Tex or are you Ted?
Still Ted.
Still Ted. Ted was more of one to the, I think, performing arts, ballerina stuff in high school. I don't know. Just don't know. Football this week. AFC East. We got the Bills coming in at 4-0. Great. Go Bills.
Who?
AFC North got the Steelers 3-1. Got a tie going on in the AFC South. Colts 3-1. Jaguars 3-1. Of course, by the time you see this, it's going to be a little bit different. AFC West Chargers 3-1, and my Miami Dolphins. Come on, brothers. Come on. Come on.
So let me just ask a question for a friend. So you're not giving out advanced advice on how to wager on professional sports?
You got plenty of sources for that, folks. But I'll tell you what, I got a good feeling for my Dolphins. I know they're going to pull this through. So anyway, that's our recap on football this week. And our next topic to talk about, we see a lot of talk about Tylenol in the news. And I'm reading stories, Ted, about women that seem to be taking excessive amounts of Tylenol out of a political protest, it seems,
Yes.
jeopardizing the life of their unborn babies.
I won't say forget the babies because that's an important factor in this. But let me just show you a quick video here about this poor woman that took the protest a little too.
So it's about, it's going to be 6 a.m. finally. And for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend that you do. I got a call, very frantic call at 4 o'clock in the morning from a husband whose wife is now on a ventilator in an ICU because she was trying to prove that Tylenol doesn't cause autism because of what Trump said on the news. Mind you, that's a Harvard study. Now, whether or not you believe the Harvard study or not is not the issue here. The issue is that she's somewhere between 23 to 25 weeks and she overdosed on Tylenol. And she's going to die. She's not going to come off that ventilator. And the guy got my phone number from somebody. Somebody gave it to him. I mean, guys, it's early in the morning. I'm still in Hello Kitty sweatpants in my gym, trying to work out, and she's gonna die. It's gonna be, let me tell you something about Tylenol overdosing and death, is that if you aren't administered the antidote, it is a very slow and painful death, okay? Because Tylenol, as well as Benadryl and aspirin, are the three most common OTCs that people will typically try to unalive themselves with, so I don't get censored. But now people are just taking massive amounts of Tylenol to prove Trump wrong. I mean, weren't these the same people who put Harvard and Fauci and the pillars of science on a pedestal? And now they refuse to believe it. Like, I don't believe it either. But I'm also not going to go overdose on Tylenol either. And it's just so sad because he has to make the choice of them going and trying to emergency deliver this baby. And the baby may not survive. The baby's going to spend a long time in the NICU. Hopefully the baby will survive. And remember, guys, preemies have complications even if they do survive. I didn't ask him if he had more children. So, I mean, let's say this woman they have more children. They lost their mother. Baby's not going to grow up with the mom. He lost his whole life if this baby dies too. All because of TikTok challenges, guys. Everybody wants, well, not everybody, but maybe these crazy liberal women. They, literally hate Trump so bad that she killed herself and her baby potentially. I'm just like I don't even have words for this because it's such a waste of life. It's such a waste of life. Like this was a preventable situation. This situation didn't even have to exist. It wasn't like she woke up and was in a car accident, a freak car accident, or something fell off a building and killed her. She willfully did this herself. So I don't know. What are you guys saying? I've got to stay off TikTok because that's all the nonsense that I keep seeing right now. And I'm going to try and hopefully finish my workout in my Hello Kitty sweatpants now that I'm done helping. Well, I mean, probably not done helping this guy. He keeps calling. But I don't know. Pray for these people, folks. Pray for them. They need help.
Ted, I just cannot fathom someone doing what that woman did and the heartbreak that she is causing now to her husband.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, it's I mean, it's just unfathomable to me that you would take a protest that far that you're literally killing yourself. I'm assuming that wasn't her intent. If you want to do a political protest, why don't you stand on the street corner and hold a sign? Honk if you think I have nice legs or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's definitely taking things way too far. It doesn't seem like common sense. It doesn't seem like caring for the loved ones in your family.
Here, take a look at this. This is the actual Harvard study by T.H. Chan, is the researcher that did this. Using acetaminophen during pregnancy may increase children's autism and ADHD risks. That wasn't something that the president, Donald Trump, just pulled out of his rear end, telling people, maybe Tylenol's bad for you if you're pregnant. This is a researcher. And there's others. Here's a whole group of them: Mount Sinai, PureMed. I mean, what is there, 9 of them there on the screen right now? All talking about the same thing. And these aren't new studies. These have been, some of these are like a decade or more old. Here's the actual announcement. The things that were talked about. Recommending no Tylenol for babies when they're given vaccines. Well, yeah, I mean, Tylenol, it may be a wonderful miracle pain reliever, fever reliever, but it metabolizes in the liver, and, we all need our livers to survive, and it is hard on the liver, especially in large doses. The recommended, what's MMR, mumps, something in rubella, I can't remember what the second M is, separating into 3 shots instead of a cocktail shot that it currently is. Labeling Tylenol not to be used in pregnancy except for emergencies. Removing aluminum from vaccines. I know I've seen studies. I'm going to give you a quick disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I didn't stay at Holiday Inn Express last night. I don't even play a doctor on television. But I've seen studies that aluminum helps cause like Alzheimer's dementia type. I guess they're leaning towards it might be the cause of those. So there's a few other things here you can look at on the screen and see what they all say. But why don't we work on cleaning up not only our healthcare system but our food chain? Politics aside, I'm not really a big fan of RFK Jr. from some of the things he's said in the past. But when he talks about, removing the synthetic dyes and stuff from food, yeah, I think that's a great idea. And why would somebody protest cleaning up our food and medical supply chains to make us more healthy as adults? I mean, the obesity rate in America is off the chart. And what's the causation of it? I don't know. But it's got to be something we're eating.
Well, I've always been a fan of, go natural when I can. And if I've got to take medicine, read the label, know the risk, and use caution and use in moderation.
Yeah, I mean, I got injured a few years ago, and the doc prescribed me a pretty strong narcotic type painkiller. I took 2 or 3 of them the first day to help me where I could rest, and then pretty much after that, I flushed the rest of them down the toilet. I mean, I just kind of dealt with it a little bit. Maybe some Americans just need to toughen up a little bit and learn how to take a little bit of pain.
Yes, there's a place, folks, for political dissent, political protest, but when you're doing something that's going to harm yourself and hurt your loved ones, I don't think that's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, here's another great example here. Reuters, the big news agency, 2013, too much Tylenol in pregnancy could affect development. That was in November of 2013. And then in September of 2025, Trump links autism to Tylenol and vaccines, claims not backed by science. Well, we just looked at a slew of medical studies that had a link of some sort. Maybe it's not completely confirmed yet, but maybe we should look at all the causes. I mean, just think if autism was a virus running rampant in society, people would be lining up, putting masks on, and taking vaccines to stop it. But it affects a lot of children, to varying degrees. So maybe it's time we boil down to what's actually causing this and finding a way to stop it.
Folks, if you like the stories that we're bringing to you, if you want to support what we're doing, your support through your likes, subscribing to our channel would certainly be appreciated. We're new content creators, and you could help us grow our channel. Thank you for that.
Thanks.
And, well, Peter
Smash the
Smith
bell.
doesn't have a catchphrase. Peter Smith needs one. One of my favorite comedy movies, of course, was Anchorman, and, well, you be classy, San Diego. So I need a good catchphrase. What do you think my catchphrase should be? Let me know. Send your comments. Let us know what you think of this week's program and what sort of content you would like to see us go over. Until next week, thank you, folks. Be safe out there.